I think Kevin and I have a real unique relationship. I mean, obviously, we race together, but we've been really good friends at the same time. And it's not a scenario where we're always hanging out together and doing things together, but we just have that friendship that we've always had at the racetrack where he just feels like part of the family. Kevin's one of those guys that I've had the opportunity to drive his race cars, and for all these years now, he's driven one of mine, and I couldn't be more proud of him for what he's done for myself, for SHR as a company, but the friendship side of it is something that really means the world to me, the way that I see him with his family, with Delana and Keelan and Piper. That's the kind of family man I want to be one day, and that's the kind of father I want to be. He's patient the majority of the time, but he has that personality, and he has those moments where when it's time to speak up and somebody needs to lead and be the leader, Kevin has that ability to immediately get in that role and do the right things and say the right things. So he's a great mentor, he's a great friend, and he's been an amazing teammate.
What did you see in Kevin that made you want to join SHR?
I saw very early how well-rounded Kevin was, not just as a race car driver and how smart he was as a driver, but what he knew outside the car, how to build race teams, how to build organizations, how to manage organizations, how to manage people. And that's a trait that it's hard to learn that, but Kevin has a natural talent at managing people and motivating people and knowing how to get the best out of them.
How has he impacted our race team?
He has single-handedly, I think, brought us to another level. I think, when we brought Kevin in, Kevin kept pushing. Kevin was one that kept us striving to be better and to not get complacent. And I think it was something that having him come on board SHR was a much larger asset than just putting him behind the wheel of that 4-car.
When Kevin hangs up his helmet, what do you think his legacy would be?
If people were smart and they really paid attention to who Kevin was as a person and is as a person, they'll realize how well-rounded he was. I think that, to me, is the most impressive part about Kevin, and his legacy is not just what he did behind the wheel of the race car, but what he did in the shop and in the walls of the shop, and what he did with these people to motivate and get the best out of them. He just is the complete package.